So, hey there, my name is Rama Ananda Danianto from Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm originally from the Catholic University of Atmajaya in Jakarta, Indonesia, and I'm currently here in the University of Pennsylvania. As you can see, that's my buddy Benji and the famous college green back there. And I'm here as one of the awardees for the IISMA 2021 program.
How did you prepare for the IISMA program?
For the preparations, I think, well, one of the things for me that stands out the most in terms of preparations and everything is how accessible IISMA is, and how, the things that they make you prepare is something that we all can do, not really any struggles whatsoever, and especially in terms of interviews and essays and English proficiency tests. That's all there is to it. So with the essays, of course, they give you 5 essays that it's not anything about, it's not so hard, it's not so limiting to what you do. It's all about your drive, your passion, what your goals are, and what you want to do as a person. It really makes you introspect yourself and how the objective of IISMA align with your goals as a whole. And for the interviews, again, it connects to the essay questions that I mentioned, how, again, it asks you again and again, what your goals are, what you want to do here, how you can contribute to society and country as a whole. But for the last part, of course, the English proficiency test, which requires the hardest out of all the 3, something I would say is that it's not too hard for me personally, but again, it needs some effort to get into, because 1, you need to prepare, and you need to find out which universities accept which English tests, because that's really important. That's one of the most important parts, because each universities have different tests that they ask you to take, such as IELTS, TOEFL, and Duolingo. Personally, in the University of Pennsylvania, I took Duolingo tests because, again, for me, it's the most accessible one, it's the cheapest one, and they give you the results the quickest. So, all that said, for me, it all went smoothly in terms of preparation. I'm so grateful that I can finally be here.
How was your experience here in Penn?
Experience, I think, of course, one of the things that really pops up when you're asking how it is being in Penn, it's an first of all, it's an Ivy League school, and you just can't comprehend being in such a prestigious academy such as University of Pennsylvania. In terms of education, society, cultural stuff, there's just so much for you to take as a person that it just helps you grow so much. In terms of education, I think that, being in the University of Indonesia, there's some things that you really can't get back home and in here. It's like how much different the educational culture here is. As a communication student back home, I am taking classes here. I'm taking this one class called Modern Social Movements, which is basically talking about how protests and student-led bodies can help change our environment, our society as economically, which is something you don't really get in Indonesia. That one of the things that really helped me develop more knowledge with just the world in general. And the thing about Penn is that, it's a very diverse and just very cultural environment here that just makes you experience so much, not just as an American, but just as a citizen of the world. You meet people from Switzerland, from China, from many parts of Africa, to Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and just you get so many of that cultural exchange from more than one country, and it's just the craziest part of it for me. And I guess, of course, with experiences, there are lots of struggles that come with it, of course. The thing about an Ivy League school and Penn is that they demand a lot from you, especially in terms of, again, with culturally and educationally, they demand a lot from you, because other than that, they have lots of events that they make you come to. You have to meet lots of new people. You have to talk a lot about your culture, your country. There's so much things going on in Penn that you have to be active in everything you do. That, for me, that's one of the things that really stand out when talking about experiences here in Penn.
Do you have any plans for what you are going to do after the program?
After the program, of course, I think the thing about being in an exchange program like this, being a part of something as great and as valuable as IISMA, just exchanging to another country, is that you don't want to keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? It's like if you can be here, doing the things you do, doing the things you love, you just think of how other people can achieve this. If I can do it, why can't they? And one of the things in my mind is, of course, mentorship. How I can be part of something bigger. Sure, I got a lot here in Penn. I got so much experiences, knowledge. The thing is that something for me that I really want to do is be a part of that system and just make it get better. Be a part of that system and help people do what they want to do instead. Because if I can be here, I want other people to be here too. I think that's one of the things that I really want to do.
Any last messages?
Any last messages? I never expected to be here all my life. I never would have thought that I could be here in Philadelphia, study in Penn, meet people from all over the world, to expand my mind view, to expand my way of thought. All it takes is just a little bit, it's a leap of faith. You never thought you would be here, but you believe in yourself, you do the right things, and hey, you never know.